So my name is Paul Sweeney. This project has been in the pipeline for nearly 15 years. It's always been an ambition of mine to build my own house. I'd sketched this out in 2008. It's just been a brainchild of mine ever since that at some point I'm going to get to do this and build the dream home that I've always wanted. So the house is designed as a classic design. It needs to stand the test of time. I want people to walk past it in 30 years and look at it and say that is a beautiful house. I love my cars, I've got a passion for cars, and there was never enough room. One of the big drivers was to get a car gallery, and I didn't want it to look like a garage. I wanted it to be a gallery where I can enjoy the cars. It was about making it something special. The concept of the ceiling, again, I don't want to walk into a car garage and just see cars. I want there to be something else that's interesting to look at. And I want the reflection in the cars to be the ceiling. That crazy sort of look was what we managed to achieve with it. The idea behind the triangles really was to create something that was 3D and something that had some character to it. So I met Andy on my very first project. He's got a great reputation. Some of the work that I'd seen that he'd done was second to none, so I was very comfortable.
Each individual triangle that was created by the joiner had to be plasterboarded using screw-fixed the plasterboard to each individual triangle, and then it was beaded, external beads, and then skimmed to the finish that was required using thistleboard finish, a product that we've used over, as I say, 39 years. The challenges on the ceiling were working at height, where we had to scaffold the whole ceiling out. The narrow margins between the triangles. We used the Songaban fine casting plaster to create the arris, the angle, the hard angle, and the sharpness of that product when it was finished, so that the plaster lines were all complete. So that was probably the biggest challenge. So the quality and the craftsmanship and the finish were really, really important in this project. We've got the cars in here that are high value cars, so we needed a high value finish to match that. And some people will be saying, no, there's a better way of doing it, or why don't you just have it flat or do something else? But Andy just looked at it and said, no problem. Well, one of the reasons for using Andy is that he has a lot of value to the project. So as we walk around, he'll tell me where we need to be using fireboard, where we need to use soundboard, and what different techniques he can use. So I have total confidence that he's going to use the right products and do it in the right way. So the materials that are being used are really important to me, which is one of the reasons I use Andy and I've used him so much, is I completely trust in his ability to use the right materials. And I see British Gypsum and I know that the right materials are being used for the job. I had confidence in using the products that British Gypsum gave, which covered all the two-coat plaster that we was using, from the dry boarding screw fix to the dot and dab system and skimmed with their board finish. So I had every confidence using their products in beads, the fibre tape, the strength, their durability.
I actually can't believe that I pulled it off. 18 months hard work, the standard of finish and the quality is far beyond what I imagined. I always imagined it was going to be good, but this level of detail and the finish is outstanding.